In the previous video, we have already discussed about verbal test, non-verbal test and performance test. Verbal test, as already said, laid emphasis on linguistic ability. They were loaded with verbal material, words and numericals. Hence, those with linguistic superiority were always on the advantageous side in comparison to those having language weakness. To do away with such flaws, non-verbal and performance tests were put to use. In brief, the advantage of these tests over verbal tests are as follows. The performance tests are useful for those who have language handicap due to one or more of the following reasons. They may belong to the foreign language speaking groups. They may be illiterate, not knowing how to read and write. They may have difficulties in reading, writing and listening due to defects in their sense organs, that is, they are deaf and dumb, etc. They may be younger children who are not yet able to read and write well. They may be mentally retarded or mentally deficient children and therefore very slow in grasping and responding to the verbal items. They may belong to unprivileged class or strata of the society and hence may have had limited educational opportunities. Verbal test belonging to one region contains the material which has a direct relationship with the language or culture of the region or country. Non-verbal and performance tests are more or less language and culture free and hence can be used for cross-cultural and linguistic study of intelligence. They can prove useful in the efforts to determine aptitude and promise in shop work, mechanical jobs and so on. Limitations of non-verbal and performance test. They may not be able to predict scholastic success in schools as do the verbal tests simply because schoolwork itself is predominantly verbal. They, especially the performance tests, are very costly and pose difficulty in being transported from one place to another. They are more susceptible to practice effects and chance successes are more frequent than in the case of verbal test. Therefore, they are less reliable than verbal test. These tests are limited in their range of mental functioning tested since they do not require much use of ability to make abstractions and deal with concepts. They are thus not able to differentiate among above average individuals. Thus, these are the merits and limitations of the test. In fact, the testing of mental ability is a comprehensive task and cannot be solely left either to the verbal or performance test. For taking a reliable view of a person's intellectual ability, following things should be kept in mind. Performance test should be taken as a supplement to verbal test and vice versa. No single test or test are suitable for this purpose. There should be an attack from many angles. Now try this.